If tonight you had only 1 minute to decide, to choose a door, a horse, and an object, your destiny could shift completely. Would you dare? No hints, no second chances. Only instinct. And yet, what you don't realize is this: your instinct is already exposing the path of your next 3 months. Even the shape of your next year. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. Listen just to your breath and to your heartbeat. Steady, louder, louder. You are standing in a long stone corridor. The lamps above flicker. Shadows stretch across the walls, which are as cold as ice. At the end, 4 doors wait in silence. The first is gold, a blade of blinding light slicing through the crack like dawn breaking. The second, deep brown wood plain, steady, like an old familiar road. The third, black iron, heavy, hiding a narrow staircase climbing upward into the dark. And the fourth, frosted glass. Behind it, a shadow uncertain, waiting, warning. Your choice must be instinctive. Which one do you take? A, B, C, or D? If you choose A, you are hypersensitive to windows of opportunity. You crave speed, instant proof numbers, applause, likes, validation that you're right. What you truly fear is not failure, but missing out. In the next 3 months, your chances will arrive in those 10 seconds when others hesitate. A sudden trend, a last-minute opening, a chance meeting. Your job is to turn luck into structure. Take your most recent success and break it into 3 steps: reach, create, deliver. Then split each into 2 micro moves. Which channel? How many variations? What templates? What review loop? Write it on 1 page. Place it on your desk. Follow it 3 days in a row. You'll discover you weren't gambling, you were replicating. 6 months later, your rhythm stabilizes. 1 year later, people think you're always lucky. But luck was never random, you tilted probability in your favor. If you choose B, you care about order and control. You need to know where the next step lands. Your greatest fear is chaos, plans collapsing, pace derailed, outside forces pulling you off track. Over the next 3 months, your breakthrough comes from making progress visible. Build a simple board: today's 3 tasks, tomorrow's 2 advances, 1 current roadblock and its fix. Update it daily at the same time. Even in disruption, you'll hold on to 80% of your capacity. 6 months later, you'll see your advantage, while others sprint and stall. You keep moving. In a year, compound growth puts you ahead. Opportunities will come to you because people trust your consistency. If you choose C, you are a patient accumulator. You believe in compounding silently in the dark. What you fear most is wasted patience, that all your quiet work amounts to nothing. In the next 3 months, silence may deepen, little return, no applause. Build an asset inventory, 10 most valuable outputs from the past year, categorized with reuse cases, repackaging options, monetization potential. This is your arsenal. By the 3rd reuse, you'll see breakthrough is not luck, it's silent assets. Finally deployed. 6 months later, you'll rarely start from 0. 1 year later, you'll have the luxury of choosing fewer, sharper plays. If you choose D, you likely carry an unresolved past, a broken promise, an unfinished chapter, something left hanging. You don't fear the future, you fear repeating disappointment. In the next 3 months, practice a 3-step rewrite. List 3 ways that past still shapes you, maybe guarded words, cautious ties, resistance to change. Then match each with 1 tiny action, a 60-second self-recording, 1 low-stakes collaboration, a 24-hour pause before saying no. Soon, small victories return, evidence that you are still moving forward. 6 months later, you'll express yourself more steadily. A year later, the memory will remain, but it will no longer bind your steps. Now the corridor shifts. Heat waves, desert wind. Two horses stand before you, black and white. The black horse's mane thrashes in the storm. Muscles coiled, ready to explode. The white horse stands firm. Eyes steady, breath calm. Whispering, when you're ready, we'll go. If you take the black horse, you are bold, hungry to leap into the unknown. Using speed to overwhelm fear. You worry, if this sprint fails, will there be another chance? Write down the cost: money, time, reputation. Which is your red line? Keep it visible. With retreat mapped, your sprint is no longer reckless. In the next 72 hours, launch a cheap trial, replicate a result with an existing template. Compress the cycle to 2 days. Measure outcome by hard numbers. 3 cycles later, your speed becomes speed with precision. If you take the white horse, you are built to endure. You want to win not today, but over years. Your fear is losing roots when order breaks. Write 2 lists: what you can control, time allocation, output frequency, quality, and what you cannot, platform shifts, others' judgment, chance. Remove the uncontrollable from your guilt system. Much of your weight was never yours to carry. Once freed, your control becomes mastery. Your steadiness turns unstoppable. And then the temple. 3 stone altars, a broken mirror, an oil lamp, flame trembling, a sealed envelope, wax red. You may take only one. If you take the mirror, you dissect yourself at night. Why did I say that? Who am I really? You crave understanding, but fear misinterpretation. Your trap is endless confirmation. Anchor yourself to the present. Each day, record 3 small moments, 1 line that lit you, 1 task finished, 1 point that clicked. No judgment, just record. 3 months later, you'll realize you're not defined by the mirror, but by the moments you choose to keep. If you take the lamp, you refuse to give up completely, even the faintest light. You'll guard. Your fear is not the dark, but the day the flame dies. Build a lamp ritual, 1 tiny act daily. 10 words, 1 practice sentence. 1 short walk. 1 template reused. Small doesn't matter, daily does. The lamp isn't about brightness, it's about survival. When storms come, your hands will still feel the warmth. If you take the envelope, you hold an unopened truth. You want to know, but fear it may be harsher than you can bear. Write a letter unsent. Address it to your past, someone present, or a future self. Put in the words you never said. Read it once. Don't send. That is enough. A tiny door inside you creaks open. I hear myself. Now weave your choices together. 1 door, 1 horse, 1 object. That is your portrait in this moment. A 加 black horse 加 envelope, a bow drawn to its limit. Chasing windows. Carrying untold stories. P, strike first. Clean up after. B 加 white horse 加 lamp, a river flowing slow but unyielding. P, make your rhythm visible. C 加 black horse 加 mirror, stamina and firepower yet self-doubt at the finish line. Rule, 72 hours. No switching course. D 加 white horse 加 letter, deeply sensitive to promises. Escape route, low-risk tests. Small commitments. Controlled expression. Fate isn't written. It's stacked choice upon choice. Day after day. In the next 72 hours, give yourself 3 steps. First, write down your choices and the real reason. Second, take 1 smallest action today, then check it off. Third, repeat for 3 days. Then return here. Did it help? Or did you stall time? Resources, emotions. Naming the block is the first step to moving it. Now it's your turn. Comment below your door, your horse, your object, and the real reason why. I read them all. In the next video, I'll highlight some top comments and go deeper. If this gave you even a little clarity, like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. And don't wander too far, because in the next episode, we'll talk about what happens when you finally face your fear and how pressing confirm at the right moment could change the year ahead. I'm Casey. See you in the next one.